Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni will send a bill containing some of the world's harshest anti-LGBTQ legislation back to Parliament for amendments, the ruling party's chief whip said on Thursday. A group of lawmakers from the ruling National Resistance Movement discussed the bill with the president and agreed in principle to sign the bill into law, said Chief Whip Dennis Hampson Obua.
The bill is yet to be returned to Parliament, subject to the Tuesday meeting. But the President, in principle, congratulated the members of Parliament on two fronts. One, for the strong stand on the anti-homosexuality bill. And two, for rejecting pressure from the imperialists.
He said the bill was being sent back to, quote, facilitate the reinforcement and the strengthening of some provisions.
The bill remains the Anti-Homosexuality Bill 2023.
Human rights activists and the U.S. government say the bill, which was passed last month with near unanimous support, is among the harshest pieces of legislation penalizing sexual minorities anywhere in the world.
Remember, I did a couple of videos about the controversial anti-gay bill Uganda Parliament passed, and they sent to President Yoweri Museveni for him to sign it into law. So the bill was sent back to Parliament for them to clarify a few things, which they did. And I think that it's a step in the right direction, even though many human rights groups are still saying that much work needs to be done on this anti-gay bill. And I just want to say one thing, okay, because when I made this video, that was like a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken, many people in the comment section were saying that gay ideology or LGBTQ was a Western thing. Well, the name LGBTQ plus might be a Western thing, but the whole practice of it isn't a Western thing. And I would like to implore those of you in Uganda to do a little bit of research, because just a simple search in Wikipedia would give you enough information about the history of your country and how it relates to same-sex people. I think that most of you, especially the so-called religious fundamentalists or Christians, do not know your history, or you are choosing the ones you want to talk about, and the ones you don't want to talk about, you don't care about them. But there is a very, very long history between same-sex relationship and Uganda. It's not a secret. It's in your history. Go look at it. It was the British that put in place the first ever anti-same-sex law in your country, Uganda. So this whole ban on LGBTQ is not something that your country or your parliamentarians are the first to do. The colonial master, the British, did that before. Look it up. And also, if people go out of their way to commit crimes on other people, those people should be punished irrespective of their sexual orientation or gender identity. They should be punished. If someone is running a human trafficking organization, it doesn't matter what sexual orientation that person is or what gender identity that person identifies, he or she needs to be punished. So the law in place is good, but the problem is targeting a minority with a law like this is bad. Because I know too well about stuff like this in Africa. When you make a law that targets the minority, many people will misuse it. many people will use it for their own benefit. How are you going to make sure that people do not abuse the law? How are you going to make sure that people do not forcefully accuse their neighbors? How are you going to make sure that people do not use this law to blackmail each other? It's never a great idea to make a law that targets minorities. It's never a great idea. So I was happy, or it's a great thing that a few clarification has been made on this anti-gay bill. But I just think that Parliament conveying, Parliament taking time, Parliament doing a reading 3 times on something that doesn't really affect people's life is really stupid. I just have to say this quite frankly. There are many other things that we can be talking about. There are many other things that affect people's life. There are many other things that we could be doing to better up the living standard of people in our community. Not wasting valuable time and resources talking about stuff that really do not benefit anybody. So what if someone identifies as being a member of the LGBTQ community? So what? How does that stop you from living your life? And if that person is arrested and thrown into prison, how does that put food on your table? You must be asking yourself this question. And this has been the reason why Africa has always been crawling on 2 feet and 2 hands. Because sometimes, somehow, we pay too much attention on things that are least important to us and less attention to things that are more important to us. Africa has always been a place like that. But you guys out there, what do you think about this whole thing in Uganda? Do you think that most Ugandans are being misled by their politicians into thinking that same-sex activities is a foreign agenda that has been brought to Uganda by the Westerners? Do you think that the Ugandan authority purposefully misled the people? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because little bit of goodwill, like the one you're doing just now, help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.